There is a moment when you have to choose whether to be silent or to stand up.
On October 9, 2012, Malala Yousafsai was shot in the head by the Taliban on her way home from school in Pakistan. Her crime? She believed in her right to education at a time when the Taliban was bombing schools in the Swat Valley. Her wounds were critical. But Malala Yousafsai survived stronger than ever.
They shot me on the left side of my head. They thought that the bullet would silence us. I am the same Malala.
1, 2, 3, go.
To understand Malala's personality and inner power, Davis Guggenheim explores her family dynamics, especially her bond with her dad.
When she was very small, many friends used to come to our home. We used to talk about politics, we used to talk about the basic rights, and she used to sit with us.
When I was young, I used to listen to him. Like, what is he saying, how he talks.
Davis Guggenheim says that Malala's life was almost prescribed from the moment her father, himself an activist, named her after a 19th century Afghan folk heroine.
She was inspired by the girl she was named after, the Malala of Mewand, the girl who spoke out for what she believed and rallied the Afghan troops to defeat the British.
The film also shows that after Malala was shot, her father was devastated because he felt responsible for raising her with ideas that endangered her life. But Malala thinks otherwise.
My father only gave me the name Malala. He didn't make me Malala.
Still, the film raises the question, what formed Malala into the person she is today?
I chose this life.
Who would you have been if you were just an ordinary girl from the Swat Valley?
If I was an ordinary girl in Swat Valley, I'm still an ordinary girl. But if I had an ordinary father and an ordinary mother and a family, a conservative family, then I would have 2 children now.
After a slow and painful recovery, Malala made it her goal to rally for girls' education the world over. Guggenheim describes her as fearless.
Malala, speaks to world leaders. We were in Nigeria when the girls had been kidnapped for a long period of time, and she insisted to sit down with President Goodluck Jonathan and said, "What are you doing about these girls? It's your job to get them released." She met President Obama and asked him about drone strikes.
Nobel Peace Prize is to be awarded to Malala Yousafsai.
That fearlessness and her message brought her the Nobel Peace Prize in 2014.
She has something to teach the world, not just because she was a girl who was shot on the school bus, not just because of her advocacy work, but because she has a very, very deep soul. She's a very spiritual person, and I think she has a strong voice that speaks to a lot of people who are voiceless.
I tell my story not because it is unique, it is the story of many girls. We realize the importance of light when we see darkness, the importance of our voice when we are silenced. Let us pick up our books and our pens. They are our most powerful weapons.
Penelope Poulou, VOA News, Washington.